Hey there, you're watching Mirai Asset Sharekhan's weekly commodity forecast with me, Anuj Chaudhary. I'll be breaking down what's driving commodities this week and what it means for the prices ahead. Let's start with the macroeconomic headlines. US economy grew 1.4% in fourth quarter 2025, below the 3% forecast, with consumer spending slowing and government spending dropping due to the government shutdown. US PCE price index rose 0.4% in December 2025, above forecast, with goods and services prices increasing. Core PCE also climbed 0.4%. Annual PCE inflation hit 2.9% and core inflation reached 3%, both above expectations. A trip by Indian trade officials to the US this week, which was supposed to finalize the interim trade deal with the US, has been postponed in light of the US Supreme Court verdict on President Trump's tariffs. European Parliament's trade chief will propose freezing the ratification process of the EU's trade deal with the US until they have received details from US President Donald Trump's administration on the trade policy. Commodity focus. Gold. Gold started the week on a flat to negative note last week, opening at 1,54,999 and touched the low of 1,50,730 in the first half of the week. However, prices took support at the ascending trendline and rose during the latter half of the week, touching a high of 1,57,399 as the week wrapped up. It ended the week 0.63% higher week on week at Rs 1,56,876. It breached the 20-day EMA and gave a decisive close above the same. The momentum indicator RSI is also rising along with a bullish breakout. We expect gold to trade with a positive bias in the medium term. Resistance can be seen at 1,63,750, which is near the 50% retracement, and strong resistance at 1,65,900. A sustained close below the same may lead to a trend reversal. The price indicator is bullish. Commodity focus. Crude oil. Crude oil traded higher last week. It opened at 5,705 and touched a low of 5,613 in the first half of the week. However, it rose sharply in the second half of the week and hit a high of 6,116 at the end of the week. Crude oil closed the week 5.84% higher week on week at 6,057. It has taken support at the 20-day EMA and is trading above the same. The momentum indicator MACD is showing positive divergence. We expect crude oil to trade with a positive bias this week. It may find initial resistance at 6,340 and strong resistance at the previous swing high of 6,565. The support is seen at 5,900 and strong support at 5,700. A sustained close below the same may lead to a trend reversal. The weekly price action. Gold rose 1.3% week on week. Silver rose 9.34% week on week. The gold-silver ratio fell by 7.36%. Base metals recovered slightly with the exceptions of aluminium and copper, which weakened by 0.65% and 3.42% respectively. Weekly event calendar. This week, the markets will track ADP weekly employment change, initial jobless claims, PPI final demand, MNI Chicago PMI, Rating Dog China PMI manufacturing, S&P Global US manufacturing PMI. These data points will shape interest rate expectations, which will directly impact gold, oil, and base metals. That's your weekly commodity forecast from Mirai Asset Sharekhan. Keep an eye on global data, respect key price levels, and we'll be back next week with another update. Thank you.
Investment in securities market is subject to market risk. Read all related documents carefully before investing.